Recording.
Because the party don't scatter. You go man casa. You better on your hazard. And your money don't matter. Because the party don't scatter. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate.
All right, so can we start? Hi, Chris. Are we live?
We are live. Wow. We are live.
All right, everybody. Welcome to today's wonderful session. This is a special webinar. Today is 5th of April, 2022, and we are here. I'm very excited. My name is Williams Jima, and as usual, you can call me Wealth Master. I'm privileged to be presenting side by side with my mentors, Chris and Tammy, and my sister from Nigeria, Dr. Easy. Today is going to be a wonderful session. If you are joining us live, leave a comment in the box. Let us know that you are joining us live by typing an L. If you are watching a replay too, we will appreciate that you type an R so that we can communicate, and then the conversation will continue even after this live. All right. So thank you all so much. I believe that you are going to have a lot of value from today's session. Today, we are talking about the strategy to onboard or help your new associates launch their business. It is going to be a fantastic session. We have power pack speakers, as you all know, to help you with this. If your team members are not here, just send them the link, let them join this Facebook group as soon as possible so that they can have a view of this. Now, our first speakers will be our beloved mentors from Canada, Chris and Tammy Jingra, who will be talking about a very powerful part. And then when they are done, I or Dr. Easy will come in to continue the session. And I hope that you enjoy this full session. It's a Power Pack 6-hour $1 million mentorship workshop that we are compressing it all in just 50 minutes or 45 minutes. So bear with us if we rush through a bit or if we are not able to cover it all. But I know that you're going to get so much value from this session. Thank you so much. Chris and Tammy, over to you.
Thank you so much, Wap. We're really honored to have the opportunity to work with you and Dr. Easy. And again, folks, that was a 6-hour session long that we're going to be compressing into small segments. So Tammy, what do we start?
Yeah, absolutely. And Eric Worre was the first presenter in this full 6-hour workshop. And he talked about the onboarding process, which it's in 3 parts. And you've got the launch, which is, the onboarding, the preparation, when you're onboarding people, and of course, the launch itself. And onboarding is about connecting your new associate to the company. That is really important. You want to plug them into the energy of the company, of the team support, of their own website. Show them what the value that they have with their own websites. This is something that Chris and I are doing on a regular basis with their back office and walking them through the process. And the most important thing in that is to keep it simple. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the checklist that's available. There's a getting started right, and to keep things as simple as possible for onboarding people in the process. And I believe personally that when people sign up, what's really, really important is how you get them signed up in the packages in the onboarding process. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because Chris and I, when we first heard about Max, like a lot of you have your stories, we didn't have the resources. We were in debt like crazy. And they had different packages to join Max. And we just looked at each other. We have to join at the highest level because that's going to, first of all, put us on fire. It's going to get more products in people's hands so that we could build our foundation quicker. So we saw the bigger picture of coming in at the highest level. So there are packages in every single one of our Max international markets. So think about that. Even if you started with a small package, always think of investing back into yourself, into your business, so that you could get more products in people's hands, and you'll build your story around that.
So what's important is, and Tammy said something very important. When we started, we were in debt up to our eyeballs, and there was not a lot of space left in our credit card to be able to get started. But I've always had this attitude, and not only just that, but I've also been reminded, people tend to do what you do, and I think a lot of time people tend to look at this business in a way that is not all that credible. And I, in my heart, I knew that this industry was extremely lucrative financially. For example, think of a farmer who wants to farm, and he has, for example, acres of land. Like you may know a lot of people, but knowing that he has his acres of land, he simply thinks of it in nickel and dimes, and he doesn't look at utilizing his land to plant as much seed as he possibly can. And for that, you need to invest into seeds to be able to plant it all this land. So when it comes time to harvest, you can harvest a lot and obviously benefit from all your work. Where a lot of folks, or let me go back to the farmer situation. Let's say he turns around and says, you know what? I don't want to spend more than just that because I don't really trust it. I don't believe in it. And he turns around and he puts 2 or 3 lines of seeds, or maybe 10 lines of seed, compared to his neighbor who he turned around, he put 1,500 lines of seed. You know what I'm saying? One is very conservative. Both of them have been successful in harvesting whatever they planted, but one planted a whole lot more seeds. So think of it in our business. If you have more seeds, there's more people to talk to. There's more people to talk to. There's more people that will come back with interest, more information when it gets started, and so forth. So this is the point here in onboarding, getting started, is we have to look at our business and see the big picture and stop belittling. Now, if you don't have the money, I get that and I respect it. And then you start in a means that you can start. It's totally fine. But many people can start much bigger, but they just keep thinking very small in fear and being conservative and not fully understanding the vision of Max International. So despite the fact that we were in debt up to our eyeballs, we really decided to focus on the big picture. So we invested with a big package, even though we didn't have the money. And look at us today. So this is something that's
where a
important
lot
to
of
keep in
people
mind.
had minimal disease. That's what they call it, right? Is they invest as minimum as they can, but they don't realize that they're going to have a minimum return. And their story, when they start telling their story to people, they're going to ask you, so how did you get started? What package did you join with? And of course, we always had a story on, despite the challenges we had financially, we knew that we needed to invest in the bigger package so we could get these products in as many people's hands.
So
as
one thing
possible.
that's good to do, and we're working on that right now, it's an orientation checklist to help you kind of get your new associate to check, like the sign up package. Now, obviously you do what you can, but if you're in a position to go further, go further. I'm telling you, it's worth it. This is not a company that started a year ago. This is a company that started 15 years ago, and it's 18 countries, and we're opening up new markets, like as we speak, right? So the sign up package, check. The other one is, do I understand the core rank? Do I understand what I need to do to start earning, and not just earning, but start duplicating what I've done to earn these, my first monthly check? How do I duplicate that? Very important. Check. Now I get it.
That's
Product
a
use.
5-step process.
Am I using the products? Am I understanding what I'm using? Can I tell someone the benefits of these products? Are you able to answer questions if someone turns around there or asking questions about the product? Am I aware of all the events where I can plug people in? Right after this training, as a matter of fact, there's an event that we're doing virtually when it comes to the opening of Kenya and sharing the benefits of our opportunity. Are you aware of that? Is your team aware of that? Right? So these are very, very important things, as you get started on onboarding. And of course, you'll have some people that will start right away and they'll run with it. And you'll have some people that are going to have to I have to check this out. I have to try this. I have to study that. I have to analyze this. I got to figure all that out before they do one step forward, which is totally cool. But the fact here is the more people you talk to, eventually you'll come across people that they're ready to start right now on the spot. So carry on, Tammy.
Yeah, so in the 90-day process, if you're following through with that, and I highly recommend to follow through with it and go back and watch it from the beginning and go through each day, because there's assignments, there's all kinds of valuable content for you to learn this. And he talks about the importance of when you onboard somebody, don't overwhelm them, because everybody comes into our business at a different level. Some people have lots of time. Some people have minimal time to do this. So if you start piling stuff onto people, then they get overwhelmed and they step back where you want them to move forward. So you give them an assignment to do. Okay, and keep things simple and fast.
Small
simple
steps. Understand, that's easy to understand. They don't need to understand the whole mechanic of the compensation plan. All they need to know is the steps. First step, check. Next step, check. Third step, check. And that's how people will move along and not get overwhelmed. So as we're coming to an end to this segment, folks, and there's so much more content here, I always recommend we have 90 days of training that we have been doing in rotation. You just need to go back and listen to some of those segments. I'm telling you, they're phenomenal. In fact, we're all going to come together and create some beautiful structured information and series of videos that we've done for the past 90 days. It's been documented. So obviously we're going faster through some of these segments, but I hope that what we share with you does make sense in getting started. So at this point, I'm going to pass it over to you, WAP. I'm not sure if Dr. Izzy is on board. I think she might be.
All right, Dr. Izzy is not back yet.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, so thank you so much, Chris and Tammy. They'll be back. I loved their session, and like they said, keep it simple, and then remember the fundamentals. I can see the comment section here. Thank you all those who are engaging with us, and as they said, thank you all those who have been following from day 0 all the way to day 90. We really appreciate your time and your support and the duplication that you're causing in your team. Now, the reason why onboarding your new associates or this launch strategy training is important is that however your team members are introduced into the business and how they are started is what they are also going to teach their people. For example, the way I was prospected, the way I was brought up in my business, the first few months in my business, that was exactly what I was doing. I was making the phone calls. I was showing up at the office because my enroller, Joshua Insian, was showing up at the office. He was coming for the BOMs. He told me I need to make phone calls. And I used the chats that he had with me, how he used to send me videos, the exact same videos that he used to prospect me to sign up. Those were the videos and the messages I was also using. So the point is, if it works, do not change the plan. If it works, do not change the plan. The simple steps, the same way that your enroller or your sponsor was using to help support you get started, those are the same way that you can also use. All right. It's very, very important. Now, relationship with people matters. If you are getting your people on board, if you are signing people, if you are introducing them to the getting started right kit or the orientation book or the orientation video, how you relate to them, how you communicate with them, the way you talk to them, it's very important. They will buy you before they buy it. It means that they will buy you before they buy it. What are they buying? They are buying, they believe in the product, they believe in the company, they believe in the company's compensation plan. So they will buy the relationship they have with you, how you're going to show up, how you're going to communicate with them, the love and support that you're going to have for them, the encouragement that you're going to give to them. All those things matter, how you nurture them. You need to see them as human beings, not as volumes or numbers. It's very, very, very important. Now, like I said, keep it simple. Remember the fundamentals, and then the way you make people feel is 100% of the game. They are not numbers. The most important thing is love like crazy and then love more, right? We have Dr. Izzy, my sister from Nigeria here, and then she's going to continue the next session. Dr. Izzy is here. Hi, Dr. Izzy. You are muted, please.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Wab. Hi, Christian, Tammy, Max Morning, every single one of us. Wow. Also soon, it's like day 90, huh? Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, great. So yeah, we've been hammering on us keeping things like simple, right? And it's really, really important that you don't want to get your new person or new people overwhelmed with stuff, and it's so easy to do that. So please do not be caught in the word vomit. Yes, there are many things that need to be learned in this business, but it can't be done all at once. We know this for a fact. If somebody wants to know everything there is to know about Max, like at a go, then that the person is going to be so overwhelmed, it's not going to be great. So it's really, really important that you try to keep things simple and one step before the next, right? Allow the person to get through the first step before you move on to the second step. You don't need to overload them with so many things. And it's really important when we are launching a new person that there are certain things that it's our duty to kind of do, right? So in the course of having, I mean, we've been talking about like crucial conversations and all of that. This is something that is actually really key. I actually did this with someone else onboarding over the weekend. So yes, we talk about, I mean, even during the close, we try to get an idea of how much people want to earn, right? And in what time frame. So it's important that you, sorry, hold on. I think there's some echo here.
I think
okay.
you can now.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you could actually go on to ask, like, the money that they plan on earning in Max, like what could that do for them in terms of and you can get specific, what exactly can that money do for them? What kind of bills can it help them pay? Can it help them get more groceries? We know how the inflation, how gas prices and so many things are rising in the world right now. Can that actually help them cater to some expenses? Make it specific so that their mindset really goes to how very real this is and how this the max income can actually help them, right? And then also paint a picture for them as to what would happen if they don't actually succeed at this. So if they're not able to get that income from Max, like what things would they be missing out on? It's really important as well to showcase that for them and help them build their belief. Some people really, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that goes into this business 100% sure that they're going to make it, they're going to become crown diamonds. I don't know if Chris and Tammy actually felt that way or if anybody else felt that way, but hey, yes, people are in it to be able to make some more, but there's no guarantee, especially if this is very new to you. I mean, people like me and WAP, this was our very first time doing network marketing. So yeah, it's they need the encouragement. They need you to actually support them. And there are different ways you could build their belief. You can help them really get to events. We stress a lot about how it all changes for us. Like when we actually go to our first events. Events are where everything happens. You get to see and hear from people as to how exactly the Max Stream has been born for them. So it's really key that things like that, you do them. Also know that you need to really connect with your new person. Really, really connect. It shouldn't just be every time it's just kind of like just business stuff. Oh, do your auto ship, all those kind of things that makes people like just run away. You really want to build that relationship, like what Master said, know what is going on in people's lives. Let it be that you guys can talk about things outside of just Max related stuff. Is really important. And be a good cheerleader for them. Right, be a good cheerleader for them, like every single step of the way you're cheering them on, every single thing. Oh, they actually make that phone call to someone, to that prospect, cheer them on, right? By the time they actually they do any of the activities that we say, oh, they log into their back office, they're able to find stuff. Any single thing they do, right, is a step in the right direction towards this business. It's good to cheer them on and recognize them for it. If they're able to get a customer, they're able to get a new business partner. Those are things that are worth talking about, and it will make them feel really good. It builds confidence. It helps them to keep going. So it's important. And the culture, the kind of culture you're promoting your team is also really, really important. You want them to have that sense of community. They are really in a space where people truly are positive minded I mean, they're progressive. The people want to see them win. I mean, so much happens in the world where everything feels like just like a competition, like rat race. Like, yeah, you want a place, or you want this kind of feeling that people will have and feel very like calm, centered, they're happy. See, in my early days in Max, right? I definitely wasn't making all the money. I was doing a lot of learning. I mean, yeah, I get the customer here, I get the business partner there, but I can't say by any stretch of the imagination like my business was soaring or anything like that. But one key thing that I really loved, despite everything, despite going to a crazy job and feeling so stressed out, I mean, just coming back to the WhatsApp group where there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of chat, that people are just so encouraging and positive and everything. That is what I really love. I'm looking forward to. So the culture is really important. The kind of community you're building is important, and what you do with what you have would determine your level of success. Now, this is a very key thing. What you do with what you have. There are many tools available. There are things that are there for us. And it's left you to be able to utilize that well. You don't need to have every single thing in the world. You don't need to have all the gadgets, fancy gadgets like Chris has or anything, but what you have is enough. What you have is enough. I mean, Max has been really great in providing us with a lot of resources that can help us to really push this business. So utilize what it is that you have. All right, so over to you, I think, Wap. Back to you. You're muted.
You're muted, sir.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
I was enjoying Dr. Easy's session, so I got a little bit lost there. So everything that we are saying is very important, and it helps with the new distributor launch strategy. So in our business, we can call it new associates launch strategy, because we don't actually call our team members or our new business partners, we don't call them distributors, we don't call them as new prospects, we call them new business partners or new associates. So now there are some things that I want us to go through here. The launch is different, as I usually say, is different from starting. If you launch a business, you are different from someone who says, I'm starting a business. Someone who starts a business can actually quit 1 day, 2 days when they find challenges. If you launch a business, it's like the way a rocket launched from the ground. It burns everything. There's fire beneath it, and it sends it to the atmosphere. So that is how people launch their business. They forget whatever is happening, whether there's negativity around it, whether there's support or not. They are just going for the win. Now let's just focus on win. Let me just define the launch for us to see, not just starting a business, but be in it long enough to create a win. That is launching a business. So let's all get this idea that helping your new team member to launch their business means that you're not just helping them to get started, but to stay in it long enough to be active enough to create a win. Now, the win here, the WIN, is not just about they seeing the results. The winning is not about the results, but the activities that they would do to provide the results. Let's just look back at when we're all students. I know some of you will still be students. When you're writing your exams, whether it's biology, mathematics, whatever it is, in your mind, the A's that you get, the B's that you get, the passes that you get is the win, right? But today, I learned this weekend that it's not just about the results. It's not actually about the result, but the activities that will get you there. The classes that you attend, the books that you read, the lectures that you go to, the block lectures that you sit in throughout the night, all those activities. Now back to our business. The activities that you do, writing your list, prospecting, inviting, all those things are winnings. They are wins for your new team member. So not helping them to start their business, not just be in it, but stay in it long enough to create a win. Now, long enough to create the activities that will bring the results. I hope this is sounding good in someone's ear. When I was able to decode this sentence, it made a lot of sense, and I actually wrote a full note with this same sentence. Let me just go through again. Helping someone to launch their business, or helping your new team member to launch their business. You're helping them not just get started, but to be in the business long enough active enough to create a win, where the win means that they are actively building their business, they are doing their activities, not just seeing the result, but the activities that are going to bring the results. Now, let's go through some points here that will help us do that. All right. Yes, there's one key important thing that I want all of us to notice. Most of us are in the business to win, right? We are in it to win. We are not in the business to lose. We are in it to win it, not to lose it. Now, to be in a business to win it, there are some things that you talk to your team member about when they get started. The first point here, I would have really loved if I'll be able to just project on the screen so that it will just match, just as we learned it. I know Chris and Tammy and then Dr. Easy will relate to what I am talking about. When you're learning with slides, it's actually nicer. Now, affirmation and confirmation. All right, so just break it down for you. Affirmation and inoculation or confirmation. If you affirm that the stories are good, or telling your team member that they are going to be successful, they are going to, let me just use this, okay? Usually when someone starts or when I'm doing a closing after a BOM, whether online or physical, I say that congratulations on making a smart decision to do our business. This is going to be one of the best things that you ever do. That this day that you are starting the business will be the first day of the rest of your life. You are going to love this business so much. You see, so I'm projecting some positivity in the mind of the person that just got started. I'm telling the person the excitement in the business. Oh yes, thank you. Oh, Chris.
I figured I'd surprise you with a nice slide. I know.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Chris to the win. All right. So yes, affirmation and inoculation. Now, just like I was saying, when someone is starting in a business, there's this script I had in my head. I had practiced it for so many years, and it always flows. And most of the time, people who hit ranks come back to me to tell me that they were at a BOM and this is the thing that I said that touched their life. They were able to actually envision their future here at Max International, because I said some lines like, you are going to love this business so much. Even though they were not part yet, they were picturing it. So it made them believe so much. Now, that is the affirmation. You need to tell the person that you are here to win. You are not here to lose. Your life is going to change and transform here. So they're actually going to believe. Now the inoculation is their confirmation. Their confirmation. You need to let them know that they've made a right decision by being part of this business. Then the confirmation, there's another word that means that you are getting them closed on the business. Now you get them closed on the industry, get them closed on the product, the science behind the product, get them closed on the company as Max International. Getting them closed on the product means that you help them use the product, or someone they know use the product. They will get the stories. You give them stories of people who have succeeded in the business so that they will get to understand that they are not alone with the background that they come from. If they are bankers, show them bankers who are also succeeding. If they are students, show them students that are also succeeding. So those are the things that will get people close. That is the confirmation or the inoculation part. It is very, very, very important. Now, it's just like telling your wife or your girlfriend or your spouse that you cherish them or you love them. For example, if I just got married, all right, and during the exchange of vows, I say, I love you so much, you are the love of my heart, I'm going to cherish you, all those lines. Now, the lady, or she will hear it all right, but during the marriage is the wedding is just one day, right? But the marriage is a long-lasting relationship that you are going to have with the person. During that time, are you going to continue to say it once a while or never? So as and when you want it and as and when needed. Now, it is not a want. You need to be saying it. You need to be saying that I love you so much. Your food is nice. Sometimes you eat the food and then you forget that you need to say, oh, your food is really nice. Thank you. That was delicious. Chris and Tammy will relate to what I am saying. All right. So you need to say those things. Oh, I love you so much. Or your dress is so much. Wow, you had a new hairstyle. These are some of the things that will help people feel good in the business. So you telling them that they made a great decision to be part of our business is a very big step. they watching you and they have a sign up form, or they have the product in their hand, and you tell me, well, this is the first day of the rest of your life. You are going to enjoy this business. Making this decision will be one of the best things that you've ever done. Now, saying this will help them confirm that what they are actually going to, because you are someone they look up to. You've spent maybe 2 days, 1 week, or a month, or years in the business. So they look up to you. Probably they've taken you as their mentor, bronze applying, gold applying, whatever it is. You need to let them know this and help them to feel good. Now, let's go to the celebration. After affirming and inoculating, that's the confirming or getting them close. Celebration. All right. Now, the celebration part, you need to congratulate them on every activity. Remember, I said winning doesn't mean that they have hit rank, doesn't mean that they have gotten a sign up. It doesn't mean that they have successfully registered someone in Ouagadougou or Kenya. Winning means that they are doing the activity that will bring the results. So, for example, if your team member starts the business, you need to congratulate them that congratulations. Many people don't start. Many people will miss it, and many people will come back later and regret it. Congratulations on making this smart move. And then the next thing, when you see them at the BUM, or they invite someone to the Zoom call, or they are even on this online training, a new guy that signed up this week and he's on an online training organized by Diamond Leaders and Crown Diamonds, send them a message. Congratulations, I just saw you on the special webinar, or I just saw you on the Zoom call, I just saw you join the Facebook group. Some of these things, all right? Or you can say, well, you've not signed anyone yet. That's very terrible. When I joined Max, my first week, I had 6 prospects attending the BM. All of them signed. So your 6 people came and no one has signed up. See, that is the story A and story B. Which one will you choose? If you were the guy being told story B, you quit the same day. I tell you. So it's better to not say it at all than to even be negative. But if you want to take it a step further, you need to be positive about it and then celebrate them. Celebrate the wins, in the sense that the wins are the activities that will bring the results. I know I'm taking much time, but let me just go through this because
it's brilliant.
Because of this side, I just took 2 minutes for my first session. So please bear with me. All right. So celebrate it. Celebration is a moral booster. I love celebration. I love recognition. I love it. I embody it. Recognition is something that I love to do. You know, for example, if someone has a first prospect, second prospect, sign up, they're even clicking the WhatsApp link to join your WhatsApp group, you need to call them, wow, congratulations. Many people don't click this link. How did you do it? So say some things like that. You know, you send a team WhatsApp website to them, activeteamgroup.com, and then they click on it, or they log in, they download something, and they come back to you that, oh, I saw this tool here. Who do I send it to? How do I download this? And say, wow, congratulations. How did you find the link? How do you click it? What phone do you use? When you say things like that, it makes people feel good and they want to do more, right? They say the men will kill for ribbons. Children will cry for their ribbons to be taken off them. Men will go to war and kill for them to get ribbons put on their chest. Children will cry because a toffee or something is taken away from them, or their recognition is taken. So you need to be very, very considerate when you are celebrating people. Do it wholeheartedly. Don't discourage people. Aim at getting them and celebrating them at their wins. Don't forget, their wins it doesn't mean that they are succeeding yet. The wins can be internal before it comes externally. If you're following the 90-day game plan, the trainings, you know that winning doesn't only mean that you have results to prove. All right. You might not hit bronze now, but the things that you've learned in the last 90 days is better than a silver or gold associate who has not done anything at all. So let's concentrate on that. Now, the next step is that is point 3, adding the education. All right. The education. The most important thing here is that you don't need to overwhelm the people. Dr. Easy also spoke about it, and then I saw that Tammy also touched on that. Overwhelming the associate means that someone signs up, okay? The first day you bring a full handout, about 8 books, and you place it on the table. So you need to read this book, Go Pro. You need to finish this book in 2 days. And then my first year in network marketing, this book, I read it in 2 hours. You need to finish it. Then this handout here, all right? And I bought this book for you. It's 200 pages. You need to write your prospect list, 500 people. You need to finish by weekend. When you do these things, it gets overwhelming. Many people don't do it. Honestly, people don't make 500 calls. It is outliers. The outliers, there are few people that go the extra mile. There are some people, they are running from a stressful job to cruise here. So they want some basic steps. They want some things, so they don't need to. When I started the business, okay, I didn't understand anything. All I needed to understand was that I was broke. I needed to change my life. What do I need? I need to invite people to see the opportunity by inviting them to BOM physically. There wasn't any online. Or I need to send them videos of the products and then get them to buy. That's all I needed to know. And that's how Max was going to pay me. That's what I understood. And I didn't understand all the matching check, the global. I didn't understand anything. I just focused on the basic simple steps. That is what you need to do. Get the simple steps that will help the guy to advance. The first day the person starts is not the time that you give them Rich Dad Poor Dad book to read. How to get rich, Science of Getting Rich. They should read that the same week. It is going to be overwhelming. They'll be done reading all, and then they'll be like, well, what's next? The end of the month is ending. What's next? You need to now. The first step is tell them to be making a list of at least 5 people that they are going to prospect. All those ones, and then Chris will be talking about the activities that they do before we end this show. All right. So the education, they don't need to know everything first. Give them a script, just enough to get them to hit the base of the core rank, which is getting their 6 signups in their first month or in the first 90 days to get to the core rank. That is the education part. Now to the elevation. Now I'm just going to wrap up here. Use other people's success stories and the inspiration. If you are the upline and you're a bronze leader or you're a prime 1 leader, whatever success that you have attained, use it to inspire the people, to elevate them. Let them understand that it is possible that they are also going to be able to earn 500 CDs, $100. They are going to get to Crown Diamond. All right. Thank you so much. It has been an amazing time. Our next speaker is going to blow your mind with this strategies for helping your new associate launch their business. Thank you, Chris, and over to you.
Okay, just one moment. In fact, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to put all of us here, and we're going to finish with John C. Maxwell here. And for those of you that may or may not be familiar with him, let me share my screen so you have an idea of who he is. You might have seen some of the trainings that we've done. John C. Maxwell is one of the most respected leader when it comes to leadership. And in fact, many of the trainings that we've done at the Diamond Retreats, we talked about the 5 levels of leadership, the road to diamonds. And this is coming from him. And we're talking back in 2014 and 15 and 16. And it was absolutely brilliant. And what we're going to do here is we're going to be sharing the topic that he covered among all 4 of us. And one of the things that I think is very important to keep in mind as we are building our businesses, and we start increasing or evolving when it comes to our leadership in the way we lead people. It's also important to understand that sometimes you're going to try things and you may not get the results that you're looking for. And I absolutely adore the topic that he covered this weekend. And he talks about if you want a return on your failures, you have to keep success and failures together. Well, what do we mean by this? You see, often what happens is the world tend to focus a lot on the success and what we're looking for and the prize. But we don't talk about all the broken pieces and the injuries and the blood that's been spilling and all the challenges and the pain and the sleepless nights and all these things that we've had to overcome to get to the success. And what he explains is that you can't explain just successes. You also have to share your failures. And that's what he means by you need to keep your failures and your successes together so people can relate to the fact that you didn't just get to Crown Diamond because you're lucky. I understand the pain and the suffering and the sacrifices and the leap of faith that you had to do to be able to get there so people can relate. So that way you can get a better understanding on why do we get the success and what are the steps that he did that maybe I can relate to, that I can learn from to also get to my success, which could be even more. You could be even more successful than we have based on your skills and the fact that we've learned from zero and you're learning from someone who passed there before. That means you could actually have a potential to go even further. So that's the point that I really, really appreciate about that. Tammy, talk about the second one here.
Yeah, he was talking about the difference, like failure. We're all going to have failure in the process. There's no question. There's good misses and then there's bad misses. And that's why this plan do review is so important. Go back to that in the 90-day process. There's one thing that Chris and I think that we've done pretty right throughout our career in network marketing, which has been 25 years, is we sit down and we evaluate how our week went, where we could have done better, some things that we don't want to repeat. And that's how you grow and learn and develop into leadership. And so always evaluate your misses, because you're going to have misses. There's no question about it. There's going to be misses. Okay, so you have to determine which ones you don't want to repeat again, which ones have not served the team, which ones has not served you, and what can you do different that can help you move forward. And if you don't know, please ask your leaders, because they're going to help you through the process. You know why? Because they've had those misses. There's not a miss that you're going to go through that the leadership has not gone through. Okay, so understand that process as well. So
And
you don't
embrace-
keep tripping over the same bad miss.
Yeah.
All
and,
right.
and I know we have to come to a close very soon. So the thing is, you need to embrace the hard, right? Are we going through some hard times right now? Would you agree? Right? If you're happy to be here on Facebook Live, thank you for being here. I mean, give me a thumbs up if things are a little bit hard right now. Since 2020, things have been one after the other, right? And then there's not that was not enough. Now we're dealing with the wars and we're dealing with the inflation. So what do? The fact here is embrace the hard and learn from those hard moments. Because I assure you, as I always say, the sun always rises again. And if you're able to survive and even thrive in the hard times, could you imagine in the good times? So that's reason it's important not to get discouraged and to look back down on the fact that things are hard. Evolve and build your muscle when things are hard. And when things are easy, oh man, we'll watch you run and thrive. And this is why his message was so important. The next point here, anticipate failure. Dr. Azzi, I'm going to turn this over to you to share. And by the way, Dr. Azzi, I really, really love your topic and when you shared earlier and what master. I just love interacting with you guys. It's a real honor to share with all of you. So Dr. Azzi, please go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. And it's a real honor to be able to share with you guys, share the same stage with you guys, actually. Yeah, we got in. I mean, you guys were already like serious forerunners when we were just babies in this business. So it's a real honor. Thank you so much for all you do. Yeah, this one, interesting. Anticipating failure. So yeah, like you say, failure is actually a component of success. Like you can't achieve success without some failures, right? And it's good. I mean, to be able to get a return on your failure, you have to anticipate failure. Basically, that means that you should know that failure in one shape or form is going to come. And if you can anticipate it, if you can anticipate the kind of things that could go wrong, right, it helps you to be better prepared. That's basically what that means. So, hey, if, I mean, you're prospecting, like you go out and you're going to share the max opportunity with someone, right? There's a good chance this person is going to say no or shut you down, shut opportunity, right? So it's something to anticipate. I mean, sometimes, because when we kind of get started with this business, and if we are the kind of people that saw the opportunity and we're so excited and stuff, we kind of think that everybody else will be the same way. And then you find out that that is not how the world works at all. So yeah, I mean, that no can be really hard initially, but anticipating that, knowing that this is a possibility, knowing that, okay, this particular format that you're using may not give you the results. Having that helps you to be prepared, because you know, okay, this could happen. So what do I do from there, right? You have to know so that you are prepared for when the situation comes. It's kind of how let's say people have fire drills, for instance, right? You kind of know that, oh, if you're in this building, if the alarm should go off, it means there's a fire somewhere. Okay, you know what it is you need to do. Exit the place. This is where you follow, all those kind of things. So knowing beforehand what you can do helps you to be better prepared. That way you're not kind of confused and it doesn't just knock you off. Really important. So yeah, I mean, it's all part of the plan to review. You have to keep moving, like keep being in activity. You don't, okay, like kind of hit a wall, which you will call failure, and stop there, right? Keep moving, they keep adjusting. So you have to review, right? Fine tune your approach. Oh, see what you could do better, right? Keep reviewing, plan your review over and over again, and then just keep believing. Like, hey, we say when you get through the no's, you eventually end up at the yeses or with the yeses, right? So you have to just keep doing that, knowing that failure is very normal. There's nobody, I mean, as rock star as Chris and Tammy are right now, they still get no's. They still get
failures.
Trust me,
Lots of failures.
the failures are there. And you know, just before I pass it on to WAP to finish the session with his words of wisdom, also understand, folks, that you need to, if you want to return to your failure in a way that is productive, you need to develop a process. You see, and this is what all of us have done. Tammy and I have completely virtualized ourselves from the time that we were in a plane every 2 months, right? That's what we did. That's what we knew. And that's what we became successful doing. And the transition has not been easy, because it's easier to get people to actually fly into a hotel or drive into a hotel to go to an event than get them to click a link to go into a webinar. We don't have the same return as far as the volume of people showing and seeing. So the transition is not easy, but we're adapting. But the fact is, you need to develop a process, and people are creature of habits. They will follow a process that they're in a habit of following through. So I know, WAP, we're just at the end of our segment here. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, and thank you for hosting all of this here. And I'm going to turn this over to you to share your last words on the last point and finish.
Yes. Thank you all, guys. Thank you. Before we are done, I think we have a bonus. Dr. Easy will bring us the bonus for today's session. One thing I want us to all just draw some light on is, let's say, you know, recently a lot of TikTok videos have been coming out. People who lose weight. You see some guy who was overweight, then the music will be playing, then it transitions, and he has lost weight, he has 6 packs, all those ones. People got excited. Now, that was 2019, 2020. 2021 to 2022, people don't get excited about that again. They want to see the journey. So when you go into the comments of those videos, you're actually going to laugh. You will see that people are saying, show us the process. What did you take? What did you do? What's your workout routine? Yeah. Previously, it used to be, wow, that's nice, great transition. But what's next? How are we enjoying it, right? So how to send this lesson to our businesses? It's good to tell people your success story. Yes, I was bronze in 3 days. Some people even hit bronze in 2 days. Some people even hit gold in 3 weeks. You know, I thought I had heard it all till I heard that someone hit bronze in 2 hours. He signed up. The next 1 hour, he organized a presentation, and all his workplace, the people there signed up, and he got to bronze in 2 hours. So there are crazy stories like that. But then what will inspire people right now is let people know the challenges that you had. Imagine you started a business and everything was smooth. You made your first calls, 10 calls, all of them paid Premier Pack. They signed up. You're like, wow, I must have the touch of an angel. You make another 30 calls. All of them get started. You are not Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ, he selected 12 disciples. One of them disappointed him. So yes, you are going to have bad nuts. You're going to have people that are going to disappoint you. You need to inspire people with your failure. Let people know that, yes, you made 10 calls. Some people laughed at you. I had some of my friends who actually insulted me. And some of your prospects or your friends are going to relate to that. Some team members are going to relate. So this is how I do it, okay? And I've been doing it for a while. When someone signs up, let's say I recruit a new guy, I even do it in my new associate orientation. And this is something that you can also adapt. So when I get to that point, I say that you are going to enjoy the business and all, but it's not going to be easy. There'll be days that you not feel like waking up to see the business in your face. There'll be days that you won't feel like you made the right decision. There'll be days that people are going to insult you. There'll be days that you doubt that the business is actually worth your hustle. There'll be dark moments where you cry in your room. But then again, those moments are not there to stay. They are there to mash you up, help you toughen up. Then I describe success as a sieving machine. The success is going to sieve in. It's like a filter. It's going to filter out some people. So if you are too soft, too loose, too small, and you don't toughen up, you're going to just pass through the drain. And those that are going to be stuck is like the thing they use at the, I don't know what's called, colander, they use at the kitchen. They used to sieve in, yes, those things. So the success is like a sieving system that is going to sieve some people out. So if you are not tough enough to overcome some of the challenges, some of the trials, some of the tribulations, some of the occasions that I send product, I used to send product to regions that people will steal them. The driver will misplace the product, thousands of Ghana cedis. All those tears, I had people that were insulting me. A lot of people have crazy stories that you will not even believe. So people have unbelievable stories, such that they tell you, you'll be like, is it true? And they are still here. So those things are things that you need to share to inspire people. People have had enough of the success stories. Let people know that there was a time that I felt like quitting. I remember, I don't know if Chris can remember, okay? I spent 27 months at Gold. I was struggling, and it wasn't like I was not doing any work. I was doing everything that I can do. And it was in August that he visited Ghana once again, and I told him that I want to see him. So I met him, and then we had a lengthy discussion, and that was very fruitful. That was the time that my business decided to take a turn. 2 months down the line, I became a platinum associate after staying gold for 27 good months. I've not told him anywhere. I'm saying it today. He told me to look for CEOs. Then he broke it down. CEOs are people who are not going to complain, people who are going to take their business by the horn. He said, look for people like you. That was the time that I decided to now go back to my prospect list, and I started looking, who thinks like me? Who is like me? Who is going to be able to endure the filter, the success filter? So it's very important that you share your failures. Chris also told me that there's so many times that he had challenges. So he shared some things with me, and even though I couldn't relate because I'm in a third world country and all those depths that they were in a first world country, I couldn't relate, but still I found some inspiration in all the things that he was saying. So it's not all about sharing the success stories and all that. People have had enough of it. You, the bronze associate, the senior associate, the gold, platinum, diamond, share some of the failures that you've had in life before Max, throughout the business, some challenges that you've had so that you can inspire them for people to relate from that angle. All right. I hope you've had a lot of value. Our bonus for today is Dr. Easy's last session. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Wapan. That was very beautifully said. Thank you so much. All right. So I want to just run through 3 very, very quick things. So the first thing is people really need, the world is so crazy. People are stressed out as hell. People want a kind of safe spot where they can have fun, right? Make Max the avenue for them where they can have fun. Like there's too much seriousness around, right? Yes, it's a serious business, not to be taken lightly, but that culture of fun, it has to be an enjoyable place. They can't kind of feel like you as their upline is hounding down their next breathing in them expectations. Oh, when are you getting prospects? When are you getting signups? When are you doing your auto ship? No. Really, really promote that culture of fun that we have here. It's really important. Right, still as part of the launch process, it's good to have a kind of game plan meeting with your prospect. Face to face, always the best, right? If they're close to you, but then also a video call, a WhatsApp call, a Zoom call, whatever, where you could really, do all the congratulating, motivate them, build their belief, and set the game plan for what it is is going to be done. You need to be transparent. Let them know that yes, you're committed to them. You want to coach them. You want to help them be independent of you and everything. And you're really committed to their growth, right? But they also have to play their part. right? They also have to do what they need to do to grow their business, right? So it's kind of think of this whole relationship you have like a chess game, right? You move, they move, you move, they move. Like you can't go and be far ahead of them. You can't kind of drag them to success. You have to be very transparent and let them know that, yeah, the business has simple processes, but it doesn't mean it is easy. Really important. Also show them the basic steps. Like you said, we don't need to educate them on everything at once, but show the game plan, how they can become profitable, right? So how they can actually get their money back and begin to earn some income in terms of like getting customers, right? That is important. Showing them the roadmap on how to get to core rank, how to get to bronze, right? This 631 method that we've been advocating for, actually show them that. And then ask, because there will be hard days, right? And this is important. This is something I did over the weekend. Ask them like, oh, if you get to, if on days where you kind of get frustrated, which is a bad day, maybe people have told you no, you just feel like nothing is working on such days like that. Like, how would you want me to handle it? How would you want me to support you? You don't want a situation where your people are going through a lot of issues and then they ghost you. You don't really know what's happening with them, so you can't help them, or you handle the situation in a way that is going to be bad for them. Maybe you feel like it's okay, but the way it comes off to them, right? I mean, personalities differ. You know how those kind of things can go. So it's always good that you have that talk beforehand. So at least it will be that you're going by you people's pre-arranged agreements, right? It's their words you're going by. So however they feel is best for you to handle this, you can actually do it and support them. Ask them, oh, which 3 people, which 5 people can I help you talk to? Still in the process of trying to get their business launched. So, I mean, they don't know how to do it, right, all at once. Yes, you're teaching them the scripts, but also you're adding support. You are their leader, adding third-party credibility, helping them to see what you're doing and then learn from there, right? Really, really quickly. And then just the last but not the least thing, respect the pace at which they want to go in this business. It is their business. It is their business. It is not yours. I know, yeah, you are the one who's more experienced. You've seen all the good stuff. You like, you want to see them really grow, become senior associates, or you want to celebrate them as bronzes and all that good stuff, right? Well, their business is still their business. Whatever pace they want to go, yes, I mean, encourage, build their belief and all, but the pace they really want to go is the pace they want to go. You don't want to be dragging anybody. Your job is to onboard them correctly. That is your business. Help them at launch. But at the end of the day, it is their business to own. So thank you. Thank you so much. This has really been a beautiful session. We don't want to stretch it too much beyond the hour mark, but thank you guys, and congrats. Congrats for coming to the end of the 90-day run. Thank you so much, Chris, Tammy, for this platform. Thank you, Wapmaster. Always a pleasure doing this with you guys. And we've learned a lot. It's been an interesting quarter, and definitely looking forward to this next set of 90. Thank you so much for the privilege. Thank you that I get to do this with you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. Those who have been joining from day 0 to day 90. We are very grateful. Those who invite their team members to the Facebook group, we thank you. We can't thank you enough. Thank you, all the leaders, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamonds, crown diamonds, for all your support, and everybody for staying with us. You can actually restart the 90-day plan. If you didn't run with us, you can start your own from day 1. There's data to show. You go on the Crown Diamond Global Impact Facebook group or the YouTube channel. All the videos are there. You can follow it day by day. And this is a huge resource that we devoted our time, our energy, our resources, and our love to it. So it's something that I know that's going to bless you. And we are not running away. After this 90-day run, we'll come to you frequently, maybe once a week or twice a week, with several other trainings, Monday $1 million calls and summaries and exciting events. So stay tuned and continue to work on your goal. Stay the course, as our mentors keep saying. Thank you all so much. Chris and Tammy, if you have some words to say. And so there's another call happening right about this moment about the Kenya market launch. And I think that you guys should hop on right after this so that you can also start running, because it's a new market and it's going to be, I think the momentum is going to start there. And I hope that you watching me right now will not miss it. Thank you all. And Grace, do you have some few words to say, Tammy?
Just one line, just very, very quick, is we attract who you are, not who we want. That's why
Wow.
personal growth is very important. Come back to these sessions, listen to what these powerful leaders to share with you, because it is the foundation.
Yeah, we're all in this together. We're all growing together, and you're never alone. Always reach out because there's always going to be somebody there to support you. So
have yourself a wonderful
going.
day, and I hope we'll see you into the other session.
All right.
Event. Bye for
Bye.
now.
Bye bye, everyone. Use our confidence if you feel down. Bye bye.
bye.